Hi everyone, welcome to In His Love channel. My name is Pedita. How are you doing? Good? Awesome? Great. How is life? How is work? How is school? How is the family? How is children? How are the children rather? And just how is life in general? I hope everything is going well. I'm doing okay myself. I can't complain. I give God all the glory. Yeah, so I'm glad to see you guys here. If today is your first time tuning into this channel, you are welcome to In His Love channel. Which is the love of God, the love of Christ over our lives, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you can get a notice whenever I upload any video. Share to your friends, share to your family, share the video so someone can get it out there. You never know who these little videos that we do here and there can help. So share to your family, share to friends, like the video also. The more likes the video get, the more YouTube will suggest the videos to more people. Thereby more people are going to hear what the video is about and get one or two things from it. So without further ado, let's go into today's video. In summary, today's video is going to be a little lengthy, but it's worth the time, I promise you. So we all know what's going on in Winners Chapel as far as the letting go of Bishop Abioye, the second in command to Bishop Oyedepo, the founder of the church. Bishop Abioye and Bishop Aremu, they are the two next in command, right? And they've been with him for years. Bishop Abioye has been with Bishop Oyedepo for over 40 years, about 45 years. Bishop Aremu over 30 years, And he decided, I don't know how the whole thing came about, but he decided, or should I say they decided, that it's time to let these people go by retiring them from the ministry or from the work of God. I don't even know what exactly they are retiring them for. Probably the position, yeah. Of course, they're still going to serve God. They are still going to preach to people. They are still going to do the work of God, I hope. But he retired them from the position that they had in the church, and there was a lot of eyes, a lot of people talking. People weren't happy, like, how do you retire someone? How do you literally forcefully retire someone from a position in the church? Of course, he came up with his mandates. The mandate says when you are 60 years, you have to retire, blah, 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 yeah, so people weren't happy and they were like, this is not a church. He literally retired them with nothing. In fact, if you listen to, there was a pastor that came, to complain about how they are being treated as pastors working under that ministry, Winners Chapel. And he said, whenever you hear, what is it? Forgot the word. It means fired. So all this retiring and whatever they call it, Isha means fired. So so they were fired out from the ministry like that, and people were not happy. It only went a long way to confirm to those that are already skeptic about this ministry and what they do there, not trusting what they do as far as it being a Christian, as far as the ministry being honest, in what they do. So this made more ears to rise up and be like, this place is really a business center. It's not a church. How can you just retire someone, like that with nothing, but what can we say? Is his ministry. He would do it, handle it the way he wants to handle it, and there's nothing you and I can do. We can only talk, and what goes on will still continue and go on. So, but anyway, personally, I personally like Bishop Abioye. When I was in this church for my family and I, we were there for like 5 years. Active members, like really serving, really serving, you know. I was a choir leader, and yeah, so you know what that means, you know. So yeah, I personally like Bishop Abioye because I like his person, you know, of course, that we see on the screen. We don't know any of these people. No, we don't know them to their homes, to their houses or whatever. But what we see on the screen, I personally like the man because, you know, his countenance, you know, he's happy. He smiles a lot. I like that, you know. He seems like he's a simple guy, you know, easygoing, you know. And I like that about him. He always makes me smile and happy, you know, whenever he comes up to preach or say one thing or the other. Yeah, so this really broke my heart for him, though, you know. You know, that he was treated this way. I expected that the least Bishop Oyedepo would do was probably to leave the church that Abioye had pastored, you know, lastly, which I thought was the Goshen one, but I think some other narrative said he had removed him from the Goshen in Abuja to some other branch. But anyway, you would think he would leave that parish, that church for him, leave a remote zone for him, you know, just let, you know, retire them and leave that church for them. You know, that's the least. That's the least for someone that has been with you since he was 19 or thereabout, according to what he said, you know, on the day of the retirement celebration, church service, like they call it, you know. But as we all know, like we will be telling you guys, most of these churches they are just business empires. They are businesses. Anyway, guys, let me not waste too much time. During the celebration retirement church service, you will notice, for those of you that watched it, if you haven't, it's there online. Go watch it if you want to. So you will notice Bishop Abioye wasn't happy. He was not happy. I mean, his countenance, like I said, this is someone that is, you see, like, I don't know, almost like a genuine happiness, or he has a bright countenance, right? But on that day, he was sad. If you don't believe me, watch a glimpse of the video.
And be a part of this wonderful celebration at this valedictory service for God's servant, Bishop David Abioye. And tonight, for the next 2 minutes or so, first, I want to say a very big congratulations to God's servant, Bishop David Olatunji Abioye, and his wonderful wife and the entire family. For God taking you through all these years and bringing you this far.
Somebody give a lot of clappers word.
He was sad. You saw the sadness. Even during praise worship, he could not dance. This Bishop Abioye that would be dancing, like boogieing it down, you know, with so much joy, with so much life. But everything was, everything was like this for him that day. So if it's a happy thing, if it's a mutual understanding thing, like if it was a fair thing, he should be happy on that day, but he wasn't. That tells us a lot. That tells a lot. In the title, I also said, what goes around comes around. So why I'm saying this, you know, there was a former Winners pastor. In fact, this man, he was the pioneer of starting Winners Chapel Church in United States of America. Yes, his name is Reverend Olakunle Ololoye. I hope I'm not mistaking the name. So he came up to DSA's platform, Dr. Sunday Adelaja, and they interviewed him, and he shared his story and everything that went down between him and Bishop, you know. And in the course of him sharing his story, he mentioned Bishop Abioye. Yeah, he mentioned Bishop Abioye. So let's just jump right in and see what Reverend Olakule has to say.
I joined Living Faith Church in around 1995, 96 in Kano, because real Living Faith Church started from the north. The people very fervent, following God. We started real Faith started from the north, Kaduna, but I was in Kano. I met with the Lord, and since that time, I moved from one stage to the other, from cell leader to district leader. But come 2002, I won the green card, popularly known as Visa Lottery, to come to America. This is it. That was rejected by Bishop Oyedepo. This is it. This same thing they call modern day slavery is what God humbled Bishop Oyedepo for me to start Living Faith Church here in America. And this is my ordination from him. You will see, you can ask the DSA forum. It was when I started Living Faith, I brought it to America, that they added "and America" to it. He is a man that used and dumped, but I did all for Jesus Christ.
He said, Bishop Oyedepo said he is a man that use and dump. That's heavy. Those words are heavy coming from his mouth. Say he is a man that use and dump. Isn't that what we're saying today? Isn't that what we're saying? I mean, look at Bishop Abioye, look at Bishop Aremu, look at all the pastors coming from left, right, and center and sharing their story online. You know, he opened all those 10,000, so-called 10,000 churches everywhere in Nigeria, you know, for remittance. And the remittance were not coming like he expected, not giving these people time to grow, time to, you know, for church to grow, normal process of starting a church and it's growing, of course, by the grace of God, you know. The remittance was not looking nice, so he started firing them left, right, and center. And he fired them as if that was not enough. He came out to say, they are blatant failures. You know, we don't no room here for blatant failures. Where is that in the scripture? Even if these people are failures, you as a man of God, is you that will be calling them failures, or is it supposed to be you that will encourage them to be somebody in life? I'm just saying. So this is what Bishop Olakunle, Reverend Olakule said he is a man that use and dump. Let that sink in a little bit. Let's watch another video about him again. Here we'll hear a little bit of how Bishop Abioye came into his story. This Reverend Olakule was sharing his story. So we'll hear how Bishop Abioye came into his story.
They wanted to do their 25-year anniversary, La Pepin. They have already sent someone here to do it, but they don't have money to pay. This is one of the things I got to know, the indirect way Bishop Oyedepo is laundering money from America to Nigeria. So he borrowed that time $25,000 US for me to pay that company for La Pepin. In fact, I didn't want to use most of the parts from church money. I used my American Express to pay half of that, and have from church, because my plan is for us to have enough money to buy our own building. So when he got the wind that, oh, we have money, his interest, he likes money too much. The day they send Bishop, they first of all send Bishop Abioye. That one is a coward. You understand? I'm in America and I can challenge you anywhere. And I tell you, anytime I come to Nigeria, I'm back up with the power of America. I'm a citizen of America. So you can tell your generals, your police to get ready. I've been going there, so I'll be coming again.
According to him, he alleged that Bishop Oyedepo came to learn how Bishop Oyedepo is laundering money from America to Nigeria. He also said, I'm just creating some points. Don't worry, guys. I will leave the link to the full video coverage of Reverend Olakunle, so you hear his whole story. It was really serious. But anyway, he said, listen to this one that he said. He said that Bishop borrowed 25,000. Borrowed? What you say? Borrowed? Oh no, that is not true. Borrowed, Bishop, what's his name? Bishop Oyedepo borrowed? No, this man must be lying now. All he ever told us that I have never borrowed. This church has never borrowed. That's all we hear. Since 1900, we've been listening to this man. I have never borrowed. But Reverend Olakunle is telling us that he borrowed 25,000. Wow. Guys. Guys, don't trust man. No. You see this man, me and you, man, don't trust man in this life. Do not put your trust in man. And then he said he likes money too much. Say Bishop Oyedepo likes money too much. He also said he sent Bishop Abioye away. So when that one came, Bishop Oyedepo sent Bishop Abioye and some other pastors to come and throw Reverend Olakunle out of the church so they can take the church. That this man started with his own sweat, with his own money. They wanted to claim it from him. So Bishop Abioye was sent. Are you seeing where I'm going? He was sent to go do that dirty job. And today, see what happened to him. Like I said, I'm not here to laugh at Bishop Abioye. I will never do that because I like the man. I personally like him. I like his countenance. I like his person. Not necessarily what he's preaching, because all those are all lies. Orchestrated by Bishop Oyedepo anyway. But I like his person. So I will never laugh at him or anybody. I won't do that. But, he was sent. Reverend Olakunle said he was sent by Bishop Abioye to come throw him out of that church. To throw him out of his church. Let's hear more of how it went down.
The problem started in 2006, where he asked me a kind of borrow money, I can call it. He has aircraft in Houston, America.
All right.
That he want to service.
Okay.
And the total cost of everything was 31,000. This is it. Yeah. The summary is here. Everything totaling 31,000 plus US dollars.
To service the private jet of Bishop Oyedepo.
Bishop Oyedepo.
All right. And they wanted to service this plane where? In Houston, Texas?
In Houston, Texas.
Okay. So at this time, you had moved from New York to Houston?
No. I was still in New York.
Oh, okay.
I moved to Houston in 2007, April.
All right.
Okay. The point I want to make. I was the signatory, only signatory to the church.
Okay.
From when Bank of America was still Fleet Bank, and then they became Bank of America. So when I went to the bank to do the transfer, I put Living Faith Church there. If you can see, they can ask you these two documents. The bank manager said no. The government doesn't know Living Faith Church, but they know the man that has the signature to the account, which is me.
Okay.
So you can see, they cancel Living Faith, they put my name, Olakunle Onaleye. So it's over my head, and I'm still answerable to the government anytime they call. That's why I keep all these documents.
So they refuse to allow you make it out as a company expense because it's I think the church is a 501c3, right? A non-profit.
Yeah, I did not do that. I did not even bother to do that because of I know the problem with Oyedepo. So
right.
I was the one that signed it because I'm the only signatory. I'm still coming to that signature because what they are crook, whether in Nigeria or here, because they went to enter into this account, which I'm the only signatory, without my knowledge. But we'll come back to that. So this is it.
All right.
31,000 plus. He asked me to pay. You know what God saved me now? If that money was transferred, thank God the company are in America, it will have amounted to money laundering. That's why I tell you, I know it's going on right now in all his churches in America now. Instead of him to send money here to buy things, before they count the offering, they will take what they want to use and take the remaining to the bank. Then I called the one, Pastor Adenekon, who is in charge of mission to the world apart from Nigeria, who is like representing. It's time to refund this money. They refunded half of it, 15,000. Returned the remaining 16,000 plus. That's when he told me that they wrote a letter that they want to come with Bishop Oyedepo, his assistant, and one pastor. I know their game, and some of their pastors in Nigeria are telling me it is just a game. They want to replace me. He has no power. I tell you, winners, yes, I lock your Bishop Oyedepo out of the church.
So he actually made it to the U.S.
He made it to the U.S.
Okay.
And my assistant, as the assistant vice chairman, as the assistant chairman or vice chairman, was an ambassador from Zambia to United Nations.
Okay.
So after looking for me, they went to the church. Our lawyer of the church said, let him break the church. He will go to jail. He just went there, went back. So I'm telling you, your Bishop Oyedepo, all of them can brag to you in Nigeria. I locked him up because they didn't send me here. So Oyedepo went back, to Nigeria. But I'm telling you, Winners Chapel, whatever you call yourself worldwide, Reverend Olakunle did not allow him to enter the church. Why? Because your Bishop Oyedepo did not send me to America. He did not give me any dime. I use my money so far I can open my pocket to buy things for the church.
So guys, you've heard this, right? Bishop borrowed 31,000. Another borrowed. That one is, I think, it's different from the first 25 we had though. This one is another one again. $31,000 to service his aircraft in Houston. So in fact, when you listen to the whole thing to the end, and on the link that I will send for the video, Reverend Olakunle even went ahead and told us that till today that Bishop did not pay him that money. He paid half, but he never paid the remaining money till that day that he went to DSS forum. I don't know about if he has paid him now, but till that video, and that was probably maybe, I don't know, 2017 or so, or thereabout, he didn't pay him back. he said that they are crook. Say all of them in that Winners Chapel Church. And it's not talking about members. The main people go. The pastors, Oyedepo, his pastors, his main guys. Say all of them, they are crooks. Whether here in America, whether in Nigeria, say they are all crooks. What did that guy tell us? The one that came to cry out recently in Bisola's platform. What did you say? He said $22 million was missing from the American church that they were supposed to send to Nigeria, went missing, and nobody could give account. Who knows? Maybe it was because of that money that Bishop got so mad and is firing these two people. Who knows? You never know. So yeah, and he also said they would take what they want from all. Okay, like in America, he said what they do is that when people give all these givings, offering, tithe, Shiloh sacrifice, everything, so they would now take what they want from it and send the rest to Nigeria. That kind of make us to put one and two and say, so that's why the 22 million was probably missing. All kind of things happening, you know. So where am I going with this video? Reverend Olakule said, you know, that Bishop Abioye was sent to come kick him out of the church that he started in America, the Winners Chapel. He started, you know, with his own sweat, money and sweat, everything. Nothing was given to him. But they want to come and kick him out of that church and claim the church as their own. You see, that's what they do. So Bishop Abioye was involved in this, but unfortunately, he could not successfully do that with this reverend. This reverend, he looks like he's a no-nonsense. He said he kicked him out. He said he locked him out of the church. He locked him out of the premises. So he wasn't successful. But yeah, he wasn't successful in doing the mission that Bishop David Oyedepo sent him. So what are we saying? Bishop Abioye did this to, you know, he was sent to do this, and he did it. You know, some people say he was sent, you know, but you're a man of yourself. You're a full adult. You are a man. Like, why couldn't you tell Bishop that, Bishop, this is not right. Let's just leave this man. Leave the church for him. You know, he actually did everything himself. Maybe he didn't even know. Maybe he didn't even know that Bishop Reverend Olakule built this church from scratch with his own money and so. Maybe he didn't even know. Who knows? The Bishop Oyedepo probably told him something different, you know. But in spite, even if irrespective of what Oyedepo has told Abioye, was that right for him to actually come and to kick this man out? Is that Christian-like to kick someone out of a church? But he went to do it. He attempted to do it. That kind of tells me that, you know, he may have been doing this to even other pastors. And look at today now. His own turn came. His own turn came. So guys, like I said, this is not to shame anybody. This is not to shame Abioye or Aremu. Some say, why aren't you talking about Aremu? I don't know much about Bishop Aremu, you know. I don't know anything about him, really. But Bishop Abioye, you know, I don't know that much, but it's someone that I had liked, you know. So, you know, anyway, this is for us to learn. Now, I'm talking to Winners Chapel pastors, those of you that are still there, being loyal to a man. There's nothing wrong in being loyal, but do it with wisdom. You know, there are scriptures, you know, that says that we should not, you know, we shouldn't put our trust in man. We should not put our trust in man. So many scriptures I saw, I didn't even know that there were that many. You know, don't put your trust in man. It's God that we are here, that we are serving. At the end of the day, at the beginning, the middle, the end of the day, it should be about God Almighty. It should be about Christ. But, they've made this man like a god. They worship him. Nobody can tell him that, Papa, this thing is not good. Though. Don't you think we should do it like for a year? They are so scared of him. But it's not supposed to be. He is a man. He's not a perfect being. None is perfect except God. So why shouldn't he be corrected? Why shouldn't he be corrected? They've placed him so high. They worship him. People worship these men of God. They worship them. They have so much power. They have so much, what is it? They know the rich and powerful people in the country, in the world maybe, but they are not God. So Nigerians, Africans, just people in general, we are not supposed to worship another man like us, a mortal man. Let me even show you a few scriptures that I saw concerning us not worshiping man. Psalms 146 verse 3 says, do not trust in princes, in mortal man, in whom there is no salvation. There's no salvation. Don't put your trust in a man. I don't care how great that man has become. It doesn't matter how grandeur that man has achieved for himself. Do not, this is scripture, do not put your trust on a man, in princes, in an immortal man, in whom there is no salvation. Look at Bishop Abioye and Arimuna. Where is their salvation? How have they been saved for all these years of loyalty to a man? Where is the benefit? Where is the end result? Where is the end result? Jeremiah 17:15. Thus says the Lord, cursed is the man that trusts in mankind. Cursed is the man that trusts in a man that is like you. You are cursed. You're already cursed when you begin to put your trust in another man like you. And makes flesh his strength, whose heart turns away from the Lord. And it turns your heart away when you put your trust in a man. That's where your heart is. That's where everything. That's where your heart is. And unknowingly, you won't even know that you have deviated from trusting God, because your trust is not, in a man like you. Psalms 118 verse 9 says, it is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princes. Isaiah 2:22, stop regarding man, whose breath of life is in his nostrils. For why should he be esteemed? Why? Why should a man be esteemed? When God himself said, I'm a jealous God, thou shalt worship none other but me, except me, God, except me. And we worship, people worship men. They can't do wrong. Someone once told me, anything that comes from Canaan land is the ultimate. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Christ is the ultimate. Christ is the ultimate. A man that did not die for you. You are now worshiping him, giving your whole life, for him. Last verse, I'm going to read this from Micah chapter 7 verse 5. It says, trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. That lie, someone that right under your nose, the person's lying, and that is a lie, but you still put your trust in a person like that, thinking that, he can't do this to me. I've been with him since inception, since before inception of anything, of the ministry, not me. Even if I'm the one that used to help him to fire people that time now, kick people out and all that. You can't do it to me now. We are bodies. Don't put your trust in a man. Don't even trust the one that is lying right in your nose. You know that he's lying, and you still trust that, you know, it will not touch you. Your day will not come. You deceive yourself. Trust in God. Put your trust in God that never fails. You know, God never fails. He will never fail us. That's his promise to you and I. Thank you, guys. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I really appreciate all of you. Thank you for your time. The video was a little long. I will leave a link to Reverend Olakunle's story and experience, on the comment section, so you can watch the full video. Okay, let's continue learning. Let's continue trusting in God alone. Trust in God alone, and let's know God for ourselves. Worship God, not man. Worship God, not man. Let's caution ourselves, every time. Who are we worshiping? Have we gone astray, knowingly or unknowingly? Let's worship God at all times, and let's love one another. Remain in the love of God, and I'll see you on my next video. God bless you. Bye.